Good Friday afternoon to you. I'm Storm Search 7 meteorologist Brian James, keeping an eye on the next storm system headed our way for later on tonight and also during the day tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow winter officially arrives at 11:11 Central Time in the morning, so appropriately enough, it's going to look and feel a lot like it should during winter. We're starting off by looking at the water vapor imagery to show you what's going on with this storm system, and off the bat you can see the darker colors indicate where there's drier air. Also shows you where the center of the storm is making its way across parts of Arizona right now. Out ahead of it, lots of moisture off the Pacific and also coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Now, in terms of what we expect this storm to do, it's going to make its way off toward the east and northeast as we head through the day tomorrow. It's going to curl its way into and through the high plains, and with that track just down to the south of us, we will have a chance for a little bit of a wintry mix tonight, and then as we head through the day tomorrow with the backside of the storm system, basically the northwest part of it is going to eventually curl its way into and through the high plains, and as that moves in, that's when we'll have the chance for some snow. And some light accumulations will be possible. I'll show you several computer models and the possibility of snowfall accumulation where it will be best over the next about 24 to 36 hours. Let's first take a look at what we have with the actual track of the upper level storm system. You can see it moving off toward the east right now, but what do the models show that it does? Well, tonight it has some areas of rain downstate, and it's warm enough for generally rain, but here across most of the high plains, temperatures are in the low to mid-30s, so a little bit of a wintry mix, some sleet and some freezing rain will be possible for this evening and tonight. Not widespread, but in a few spots. A little better chance down toward the south. Now we'll put this in motion. You can see overnight tonight, this is going about 6:30 tonight and on into, say, midnight. We'll go about midnight right about here. This is midnight, and you can see some areas of some rain, maybe a little bit of sleet and some freezing rain possible in the southeastern panhandle. This computer model, I think, has temperatures, surface temperatures, a little bit too warm. And then as we head through the nighttime hours tonight, temperatures are probably going to hold steady in the 30s, but may actually rise a little bit tonight to the low to maybe mid-30s by the time we get to tomorrow morning. But watch what happens as the main part of the upper level storm moves off toward the east and northeast. We start to get some cold air coming in from the northeast across the eastern parts of the Oklahoma Panhandle and Texas Panhandle. You can see where the pinks and the blues are showing up toward the northeast. That's a wind shift line coming in that's going to have a reinforcing shot of cold air along with it. So the winds will shift from the southeast back around to the northeast, pushing in some of that colder air. So now the upper level storm system making its way out of southeastern New Mexico moves into the area. You see the changeover to a little bit of some freezing rain and sleet, and then eventually all the way over to snow as we head through the late time hours or early morning hours tomorrow. This is looking at roughly around say about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And as we head through the afternoon, you can see more of the snow. And a little bit more does develop, but by the time we get to this is around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see the areas of snow, and on Saturday, by the way, you can see the areas of snow developing and spreading through the area. But what's interesting, of course, the whole storm system moves off toward the east. This particular computer model, here's the snowfall forecast from this computer model showing a heavier band of snow back toward the northwest from Guyman to just east of Dalhart, just to the north of Dumas, and just north of, say, Vega or so. But this is indicating around 4 to 6 inches of snow possible in this little purple band, but around 2 to 4 inches for the central part of the Texas Panhandle. But this heavier band of snow is highly contingent upon where the storm system tracks. Now, that's one computer model. Here's a second one showing that band of heavier snow possible from just to the northeast of Amarillo around Pampa up toward, roughly around Canadian up toward the far northeastern parts of the Texas Panhandle, up around Derazette and Booker as well. But there could be a little burst of heavier snow there. But the orientation's a little bit more toward the east and northeast compared to that previous computer model. Then there's a third one showing not nearly as much snow either with this one, mainly off toward the northeastern Panhandle. So you can see how much the model's still not agreeing on how much snow we could see. And we're talking about just about 12 to 18 hours away from the storm system really affecting the area. So even in the short-term and mid-range models, there's not a whole lot of agreement. Right now, I would think this is probably the most likely solution with a band of possibly some heavier snow, 1 to 3 inches, I think, for most of the area, but there might be some isolated totals across the northeastern part of the high plains that could have around 3 to maybe 4 or 5 inches of snow. That would be mainly up toward the northeast of Pampa, around Canadian, up toward Booker, maybe right around Beaver, but probably a little bit farther south from Beaver, and probably north of Wheeler. So in that band along Highway 60, pretty close to, that would be the best opportunity to have a a little bit of heavier snow. So at this point right now, winter weather advisory is in effect for the eastern parts of the Texas Panhandle, but roads might become slippery tonight with a few spots, getting some of the freezing rain, freezing drizzle, and some sleet. But the snow moves in tomorrow afternoon, and with that would come some slick roads. So if you do have plans to travel this weekend, whether you're doing some shopping or headed to your holiday destination, make sure you allow plenty of extra travel time and take along an emergency kit with you just in case you do encounter some of that inclement weather. I'll have more information coming up tonight on Pro News 7 at 5, 6, and 10. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook and Twitter for more weather information in between the video forecast updates. Have a great day, enjoy your weekend, and an early Merry Christmas to you.